Most guys pack for a cruise like they're going on a camping trip in 1987. Today, we're upgrading you to cruise ship legend status. And no, it doesn't involve just rolling things into tiny balls. By the end of this video, you will pack better than 90% of the men on your cruise. The other 10%? Well, they probably watched this video first. I've got all my top picks linked in the description below, so you can just click on the link and grab the gear that works. Let's dive in. First up, let's talk about modern cruise tech that'll have other guys asking where you got your setup. Let's be honest. Your current cruise photos look like they were taken during an earthquake by someone wearing oven mitts. And you see those Instagram-worthy shots other people are getting. The secret isn't having a professional photographer follow you around, it's having the right gear. This selfie stick tripod combo has been my game changer on every cruise. Here's why this thing is genius. It fits virtually any smartphone, transforms from a compact stick into a full tripod in seconds, and suddenly you're getting those perfect family shots without having to awkwardly ask strangers to take your picture. And if you want to go from cruise ship photographer to straight up photo wizard, let me introduce you to this stick anywhere phone holder. And yes, it is as cool as it sounds. You can use it on elevator doors, deck railings, even the side of the ship. This thing grips onto surfaces you never even considered. Suddenly, you're getting shots from angles that make other passengers stop and wonder, how the heck did they get that shot? Next up, earbuds. Now I know what you're thinking. Obviously I need earbuds. But apparently this memo didn't reach about 30% of cruise passengers who think the entire pool deck wants to hear their TikTok videos at full volume. Here's the thing. Quality earbuds solve two problems that'll instantly upgrade your cruise game. First, they create your own personal sound bubble, blocking out everything from crying babies to that guy who thinks he's the next karaoke champion. Second, and this is crucial, they prevent you from becoming that guy that everyone wants to throw overboard. But here is where things get really interesting. If you're not listening to podcasts yet, you are missing out on the ultimate cruise hack. Lounging by the pool? Perfect podcast moment. Long sea days? You just discovered your new best friend. I'm serious, no matter what you're into, there's a podcast about it. True crime, sports, history, business, weird conspiracy theories about cruise ships. It's all there. You'll actually start looking forward to those quiet moments instead of scrolling mindlessly through the same 3 apps on your phone. If you've ever cruised before, you know the struggle. Cruise cabins can get stuffier than a hot yoga class. So you end up MacGyvering some ridiculous contraption with clips, hooks, and prayer, trying to angle a fan toward your bed without it crashing down at 3 a.m. Well, say goodbye to your days as a cruise cabin engineer because this magnetic cruise fan just changed the game. No more jerry-rigging. No more hoping your makeshift setup survives the night. This thing has a magnetic kickstand that literally sticks to the metal ceiling. Just fold out the kickstand, stick it up there, and boom, perfect breeze exactly where you want it. Your cabin goes from a tropical sauna to actually livable, and you can wake up refreshed instead of looking like you wrestled a hairdryer all night. Our final tech essential is what I like to call the cruise cabin lifesaver. And yes, it's been around forever, but there's a reason this thing is legendary. Here's the reality. Cruise cabins were apparently designed by people who owned exactly one electronic device. You've got your phone, your tablet, your camera, your portable charger, electric toothbrush, and suddenly you're playing outlet roulette with your dying devices. Enter the cruise-approved outlet extender. But not just any outlet extender. Get the smart version with a cord attached because trying to plug things into those awkwardly placed cabin outlets will have you contorting like a yoga instructor having a breakdown. And here's the pro move. Make sure it has both USB ports and regular outlets. Why? Because while you're charging your phone and tablet via USB, you can still plug in your camera charger and whatever other electronic essentials you brought. It's like turning your single outlet into a command central. Alright, I need to confess something that might shock you. I'm about to highly recommend Crocs. For years, I watched people shuffling around in these things thinking, really? This is what we've come to. But curiosity got the better of me, so naturally I went the cheap route first. I got some $15 knockoffs because how different could they be? Big mistake! Those imposters lasted exactly 1 cruise before they started falling apart like a bad relationship. But here's the thing. Even with falling apart fake Crocs, I realized I'd stumbled onto something I never wanted to cruise without. No more wrestling with socks and sneakers every time I want to step out on the deck, and it didn't matter if they got wet. So, I bit the bullet and I bought the real deal. And honestly, game changer. These things are ridiculously comfortable and they survived 1.5 years of cruise abuse. And they're absolutely perfect for ship life and chill beach port days. I know, you've never thought you'd hear a grown man passionately defending Crocs, but here we are. And this is legitimately my #1 clothing recommendation. Sometimes the best solution comes in the most unexpected packages. All right, let me introduce you to what I call the cruise cheat code, the gauze hoodie. And before you start wondering if I've lost my mind suggesting a hoodie for tropical weather, let me explain this beautiful paradox. The gauze fabric is basically cheating. It gives you all the coverage of a shirt with none of the suffering. While other guys are doing the awkward shirt pulling away from the chest move every 5 minutes, you're just comfortable. If you're a bit of a bigger guy like myself, I really recommend the one that I have linked in the description. It's made by a company called King Size and it's just the right fit. Hey, and since we're talking about the magic of linen, let's not forget about your lower half. Grab yourself some linen shorts while you're at it. Look, I get it. The word linen probably makes you think of your grandfather's retirement wardrobe or some guy named Chad who owns 3 boats. But here's the thing, your grandfather and Chad were onto something. They're way lighter than cotton shorts, and the best part, they look intentionally casual instead of accidentally sloppy. My final clothing essential is what I call your formal night survival kit. Here's the reality. Formal night on a cruise ship isn't actually that formal. Half the people show up looking like they're auditioning for a soap opera from the 80s, and the other half look like they're about to sell you insurance. You just need to not be the guy who clearly didn't get the memo. A good button-down shirt is your insurance policy against becoming the main character in Other Passengers' Can You Believe What That Guy Wore stories. Pair it with pretty much anything. Jeans, chinos, those linen shorts we just talked about, and boom, you have officially dressed up. And honestly, it feels pretty good to clean up once in a while. Okay, let's talk about your wallet for a second. Welcome to the wonderful world of RFID theft, where some guy with a scanner can literally steal your credit card info just by walking past you in a crowded port market. Sounds like science fiction, but it's annoyingly real. They don't even need to pickpocket you anymore. They just need to get within a few feet while you're haggling over souvenir prices or distracted by a street vendor. Enter the RFID blocking wallet. Basically your personal force field against high-tech thieves. I know what you're thinking. Great, another thing to worry about. But here's the deal. You already carry a wallet anyway, so why not make it one that actually protects you? The one I'm recommending has saved many from that paranoid, did you just scan my card feeling every time I'm wandering through busy port towns. Plus, your wife's gonna brag to her friends about your smart wallet purchase. Here is something that'll save you both pain and money. A travel-size first aid kit. Before you start thinking, I'm not a Boy Scout, let me tell you why this little kit is basically your insurance policy against cruise ship medical highway robbery. Picture this. I'm snorkeling in the Bahamas, feeling like Jacques Cousteau when I managed to smash my toe on some coral reef. Smooth move, right? So I hobbled over to the ship's medical center, and they hit me with a price before they even looked at my toe. $175 just to walk through the door. Not for treatment, not for medicine, just for the privilege of having a medical professional glance in my direction. That's when my trusty first aid kit, and of course my wife, became the hero of my story. My wife taped up my toe with supplies that cost maybe $5, and I was back to pretending what I was doing underwater the next day. Minor cuts, scrapes, headaches, upset stomachs from too much buffet enthusiasm. Your first aid kit handles all of this without requiring you to take out a small loan. Next up is something so ridiculously simple that you will wonder why you never thought of it before. A laundry bag. And I'm not talking about some fancy contraption here, just a basic mesh bag that'll change your entire cruise packing game. Clean clothes stay on one side. Dirty clothes go straight into the bag. No more playing detective with the sniff test. No more accidentally packing that questionable pair of shorts you wore to the pool bar. It's honestly shocking how much mental energy you waste trying to remember what's clean and what's not when you're supposed to be relaxing. This thing eliminates that entire problem for like $10. All right, time to talk about packing cubes. And yes, Your wife is going to be genuinely shocked when she sees what you've accomplished here. Let's be honest about your current packing strategy. It's basically controlled chaos. You stuff everything into your suitcase like you're playing Tetris blindfolded, and then you spend half your vacation excavating through the layers of clothes like an archaeologist looking for that one clean shirt. Packing cubes are about to turn you from suitcase amateur into packing legend. Think of them as filing cabinets for your clothes. Socks get their own cubes. Shirts get theirs. Underwear gets its own little organized home. Suddenly, you're not just throwing clothes into a bag, you're creating a system. The magic happens when you need something. Instead of destroying your entire suitcase arrangement to find one pair of shorts, you just grab the right cube. It's like having a personal assistant who actually knows where you put things. Okay, let's talk about seasickness. Because nothing ruins a $3,000 vacation faster than spending it in the bathroom while everyone else is living their best buffet life. Sure, you could go the traditional route with patches or Dramamine, but I prefer solutions that don't make me feel like I've been sedated by a veterinarian. Enter the modern approach, acupressure bracelets. These little bands hit a specific pressure point on your wrist that basically tells your brain, nope, we're not doing the seasick thing today. It's ancient medicine meets cruise ship vacation. My other secret weapon for seasickness? Ginger candies. I know, sounds like something your grandmother would suggest. But here's the kicker. Science actually backs this one up. Ginger is legitimately proven to combat motion sickness. Plus it tastes way better than those chalky pills. The best part about both these solutions? You can enjoy your cruise without feeling like you're walking around in a fog. First up, Reef Safe Sunscreen, Blue Lizard brand. Don't be the guy who kills coral just to avoid a sunburn. Blue Lizard keeps you protected without destroying the underwater scenery you came to see. A compact grooming kit. Stay looking like a civilized human without packing half your bathroom. Everything you need to not look like you've given up on life, all in one tiny little kit. A GoPro waterproof camera. Capture those no one's gonna believe this moments without worrying about destroying your phone. Your social media game just went from 0 to hero. A waterproof belt for swimming in the ocean. Keep your valuables secure while you're splashing around in the water because losing your wallet to the Caribbean Sea is the souvenir you don't want. Oh, and very importantly, an Embrace Today branded vacuum sealed 32-ounce water bottle. Outsmart the cruise ship's liquid markup scheme. This bottle pays for itself after about 3 drinks. All right, gentlemen, there you have it. Your complete guide to packing like you actually know what you're doing. You went from camping in 1987 guy to cruise ship legend in less than 10 minutes. Your wife's gonna be impressed. Other passengers are gonna wonder what your secret is. Every single item I just showed you is linked in the description below. I've done the research, tested the gear, and made the mistakes so you don't have to. No more wandering around Target the night before your cruise hoping for the best. And here's the thing. Once you cruise with this setup, there's no going back. You'll become that guy that other men come to for advice. The one who always seems to have exactly what everyone needs. If this video saved you from packing like an amateur, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. I've got more travel tips coming that'll keep you ahead of the game. Always remember, no matter what destination you choose, no matter what cruise line you choose, adventure awaits.